We're
buddy.
Morning, folks.
I'm looking up chocolate on Lower Seacourt. They've been making chocolate since 1913.
Chocolate's good.
Chocolate is good.
chocolate's good. Yeah, I like chocolate. Welcome to Friday.
Wake up, everybody.
We're all eating.
Oh, you guys are eating. Oh, yeah.
I'm not eating. I'm snacking on Pockies.
I have crackers.
I'm being all the weeb that I can be.
Being all the weeb
all that you can weeb.
Weeb. All that you can weeb.
I don't know the new story.
So, I made a new t-shirt today.
Yeah. It's got Elon.
Got Elon.
Nice.
It says it says "fuck you" on it.
I've seen that clip no less than 20 times, and right before school this morning, I walked by Jackie, and he's watching the same clip, just laughing his ass off. That was so fucking base.
Hey, Curtis, how you doing, buddy?
Curtis, if you're free, hop in here.
Yeah, no shit.
We need some motivational speaking.
Because we ain't got shit to say that's worthwhile.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that, but
I know about that. This is my fucking show.
It's right there on the docket. Don't got shit to say worthwhile. And it's misspelled.
It's misspelled.
It is fucking Friday. And I was all like, man, it's fucking Friday. I ought to just say fuck it and not even do a show today. That would be in theme with that would be right under. He's like,
Don't worry, Curtis.
Yeah, it's okay, Curtis.
Glad you're doing good, buddy.
Yeah, it's good that you're doing good, but I'm mildly disappointed. We need somebody to talk to.
Mr. Max, I've already sent you a freaking link to the show on your Discord.
Yeah, you are standing, always welcomed as well. Last I checked.
Well, yeah, that's why I already sent him a link on his Discord.
Yeah. You will keep getting the link until we see you kissing another man in a gay bar. And then you'll probably still get a link.
And then you'll get a link and we'll make fun of you.
Yeah.
Be like, don't kiss dudes. Kissing is gay.
Just the kissing part, not the dudes.
There ain't nothing wrong with men loving as long as you don't kiss, because that shit is just gay.
Oh,
you ain't wrong.
Dion Beelzebub.
What's up, brother?
Oh.
Glad you lost the viewer.
Yeah, probably Curtis. Hey.
Hello, guys.
Hey, long time no see, man.
Mages, how you been, buddy?
I'm okay. Jury selection is done. I'm free.
Did your house sell?
Yeah, how about the other guy? Is he free?
I wouldn't know. We were in a room. It was 100 of us in a room waiting to be even considered, and then they just came in after 2 hours and said, "Okay, you guys are all dismissed. You're released for 3 years." So, all right. So it was a big nothing burger in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Did your house sell?
Nope.
Bummer.
Nope. We're still. We got some insulting lowball offers, and so we had lowered the price to hopefully attract interest. Which did. We got some views, we got some status cert requests and potential discussions. One realtor tried to bully us into lowering the price further, and my realtor was like, "No, you understand that we were holding back offers, so the low price was to attract interest. But now we're gonna put the price back up to roughly where I want it, and then just accept offers anytime." We tried the tactic; it didn't work. So, but
Yeah.
there's also rumblings that things are turning around.
Yeah.
Because
Mr. Max says he sold his.
Yeah. But
well, that's some good news. At least one of us got something. I don't know. It's just weird. Toronto's weird in terms of the the market. Condos are taking a bit of a beating. Houses are selling. Houses are okay, but
was yours a condo?
I'm a condo, yeah.
Okay.
Now I've got an older building, but it's very spacious, so it's twice the size of most modern condos, and
Ooh.
for a significantly less price. And that is one of the great appeals. And I'm in a decent location. I've got a GO station right across the road from me. For those of you and not in Toronto, GO Transit is sort of it's one of the public transit systems. But the GO trains will take people like right out of town. So having a GO train station right across the way is actually very convenient.
It's an actual train system.
It's an actual train, not a subway or an LRT. So Max, my place is fairly inexpensive too compared. Like I was comparing to other units in more modern buildings, go for in the 600 to 700 range, and have probably about 25 to 30% less space. My building's pretty good. It's well maintained. It's older, but it's well maintained.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so we'll see. The my realtor is saying that, because they announced they released that the GDP had remained roughly stable the other day, and they're predicting interest rate drops in the next few months. So that'll hopefully generate activity. We'll see.
Well, my fingers are crossed for you, bro. But I'm gonna mute my mic right now and eat a cracker.
I did kick back from that trial, the trial for the restream. I haven't decided if I'm going to stick with paying for it or not. So I can only have 6 people on anymore. No more 10 people. So it's going to be a little bit smoother with not so many people talking over each other. Instead of 6 people talking or 10 people talking over each other, it'd just be 6.
Yeah.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that. I would never go that far. I've tried going on other channels like that, and it's just, no matter how nice people are, it just ends up sounding insane.
Well, you need discipline. If you're gonna have a lot of people, there has to be a discipline or a moderator willing to cut people, saying, "Okay, no, Shadow, it's your turn. What do you think?"
And we can't have discipline on my channel because how could it be
No,
a neutral live stream?
I've been starting to enforce a shut up. If you haven't noticed.
Yeah, but you're not allowed because it's chaotic neutral.
Oh no, he's allowed to say shut up.
We were actually laughing about that the other day.
We were laughing about that last night.
But it was just funny, but not surprising coming from you.
Yeah.
Silence!
I don't like it. Silence!
I kill you!
But my show's chaotic neutral, so we can't have any order.
So who's got gaming coming up?
And on the off chance that we are, I'll just have a Ruben.
Shadow's got a game tonight with Bo.
Okay. What are you playing? AD&D?
GURPS. The room goes silent.
The room goes silent.
GURPS.
I have no opinion on the GURPS. I know a lot of people hate it. I know some people love it. I'm indifferent. It's not one I'll seek out, but have fun. I mean, it's a game you love. Play it.
Oh, it's a fun group. I've got Omen, Bo, of course, myself, Brian from Weird World War II, a guy named Kevin, that darn cat, Mark from Mark's Genre Mixer. It's a nice group. We've been doing it for about 9 months. It's hard sci-fi, and it's a lot of fun. We're about ready to go from like the second act to a whole new situation for the characters. All looking forward to it.
Is that the whole party?
I've set in on the game. I've not played, but I've watched it a couple of times, listened to it. And if I was into hard sci-fi, I would love it. I'm just not into hard sci-fi. I am a fantasy nerd.
Space opera.
Yeah.
Space opera.
Yeah, it's more like a cross between Dune and 40K sci-fi with less
Body horror.
No, because I got my arms crushed. There's been some combat, a lot of blood and guts, but it's more
40K is more fantasy than sci-fi.
Right. It's less fantasy and more kind of a slow burn.
Mm-hmm. Brian was asking me to ask Bo about that, but I don't know. Especially if your party is that large.
You got like 6 people? It's not too big.
I
That's my
like
limit. I
smaller
like
groups.
4 to 6. Huh?
I like smaller groups.
Yeah, my Monday game, which is Old School Essentials, is down to 3 people.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, no, I got to make him using the retainers. Matty has had
Yeah.
a drop because of his work schedule and stuff.
No, I get it. I just I've been in games like that have shrunk, and that's usually kind of the death spiral.
Who was that just tried to get in?
Brian,
So I gave him the option of let's recruit another body or start using some damn retainers.
Retainers, that's the key.
Oh, hell yeah.
Even if you had a group of 6, retainers is the key. You know?
Right. So there's
Brian,
how
check your
players-
Discord, dude.
I only got one guy who can RP and make a roll to recruit any retainers, and that's Ben. So Nicodemus, whatever his handle is. So he's got all the retainers, and everyone else can't hire anybody because they're assholes. No, we're not giving you any shares. Roll fails. I ain't rolling. No one's going to follow you if you offer 0 shares and want to treat them as a hireling. That's not a retainer. And that'll definitely never be a henchman.
Yeah.
That's a good, nice penalty on the charisma roll. And if they've dump statted charisma, then suddenly they get a hated reaction and everybody spits in their face. It's great. I
Hey,
love it.
charisma's not always a dump stat. I'm living proof.
And I put past actions and reputation as a minus to their shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
My dwarf group, they literally set their last group of retainers on fire. Like unconscious to cover their retreat and can't figure out why no one wants to be their cooks. Like, nah, we'll pass. We don't want to
get slaves, right?
So the party is evil. Is that what you're saying?
No,
That's
they're
what I'm hearing.
awful assholes. They were panicking and didn't. They said they didn't realize that their henchmen were at 0 hit points and unconscious when they set them on fire to cover the retreat. Wow.
If you set somebody on fire, regardless if you realize they're unconscious,
I don't know.
you're freaking evil.
Evil.
Yeah, I run 3.
All I'm hearing is evil.
Chaos neutral. So good, evil,
Yeah.
into the equation.
OSC runs the 3-point system.
Good
Yeah.
evil. I'm the guy with the
They were
biggest
just
sword.
panicking. That's what happened. That's what they don't want to admit. Okay, we panicked and fled because our inch back up, keep fighting and keep letting the orcs build momentum wasn't working for us. Because
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
How you
Wish we
doing,
could,
Brian?
though.
You just don't want to. Just
Yeah.
Can't hear him now. I muted his ass.
mute.
Thank you.
I dropped the car off down at the dealership this morning, and they said, you need a ride. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Waited around 20, 25 minutes. So I left. So when they called me, I was like 5 minutes from my house walking home. And they're like, where are you at? And I was like, I left. I'm walking home. And they were like shocked. This is like anyone would walk home from the dealership. I mean, it's only a mile, for fuck's sake. Why wait 20 minutes for a 5-minute car ride when it's literally a 20-minute walk?
Yeah.
What kind of American are you? You're supposed to be like lazy and shit.
Well, that's your Canadian prejudice there, you know.
Yes,
how
yes,
it
it
is.
is.
No, he's just listening to too much
That's
propaganda.
2/3 of the damn nation, not this.
He's a hillbilly. Hillbillies are born walking.
Yeah, I grew up in a holler, dude. If I wanted to go anywhere,
I never denied it was my prejudice, man.
Yeah, if you grow up in Kentucky and you don't walk, you don't leave home.
That's changed. I know some of these little blobs of kids, they don't leave the house at all.
If I wanted to go visit my grandma, it was a 5-mile hike down the road.
I would
It's
ride my
just
bike.
like it was only
Why
like
you
a
never
two,
saw her?
it was only like a 3 mile hike through the woods though. So we normally just cut through the woods.
Yeah.
I always end up following train tracks. It just made it easier. But
We always
but
had
I
bikes.
had family in the next town over, well, in the next county. And if I wanted to go visit them outside of when I got dropped off to visit on weekends, I got on a bike or I walked from Wortland in Grant County to Ashland, which was a 30-minute drive. And I never paid how much attention it was to walk it. Because when you're younger and you're a kid, you're always getting in the shit when you're walking anyway. So.
Yeah, it's like me and James would take off walking through the woods and we'd go exploring in caves. I mean, not even an hour walk, and it would take us like 4 or 5 hours to get there because we were out having fun.
You're meandering, yes. I grew up in the city, so I'm a pure city boy. No cave explorations.
I did a lot of walking on train tracks.
Train tracks. Playing on train tracks,
buildings,
absolutely.
all sorts of sewage.
Yeah, I was going to say, Brian. I grew up in the suburbs, but if we wanted to do some exploring, we'd hit the riverbed, that was basically leading to the big giant sewer entrances, and we make torches and bring fireworks down in there and go explore the tunnels. We didn't think twice about looking
into some giant ants over there.
No, but we did funny story, we did come across what we thought was a giant rat because we're all playing D&D at the time, and yeah, we didn't know.
That was
We
just a
didn't know
Mexican dog.
No, it turned out to be a possum. But a buddy of mine picked up like a big chunk of freaking cinder block or concrete or something and just threw it at it, and we ran.
Those are good. Yeah, you should have got you some possum.
That sounds like a fun walk right there, Max.
Are possums technically rodents?
Yeah, no, they're
marsupials.
Marsupial?
They're like the only American marsupial.
Yeah, we got those.
There's 8 possums.
Yeah, our friend Raven used to have a
Chupacabra.
Our friend Raven used to have one that would visit her, literally walk in her front door like every night.
I bet you frickin' Raven has a possum.
Yeah, she does. Well, she did. I don't know what happened to it. I think the cats ate it.
I have an aunt who has a possum.
Did you ever eat one?
We raised it from a baby, and then she went and let it loose in the backyard, and it just sat on the back porch crying until she
let it back in
the house. That, dude, that is a worthwhile walk right there, Mr. Max. I'm going to share that.
That's cool.
Mr. Max went on a walk half an hour from his house, and he gets this.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, well, he's in Quebec near New Brunswick, so it's going to be good sights. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Geek asks, no blanket, is it warmer? Well, I've got the blanket right here. I just have to be sitting on it, but I'm wearing a thermal sweater, so it's actually kind of toasty.
Yeah, it's not too bad here today. It's only 49 Fahrenheit.
Or here in Texas, it's freezing.
We'll get up to 50 today.
But it's raining a lot down here in Tennessee.
Yeah.
You in East Tennessee or West Tennessee?
East.
It's out here. It's this disgusting mix of rain with little occasional droplets of snow, that half slush kind of bullshit.
Yeah, the occasional bit of frost.
Yeah.
I'm about hour's walk from Lake Ontario, so I want to go down.
That's
yeah,
not
or 20-minute bus ride. You said you're on the Danforth, right?
Yeah.
You're real quick. You're real close. I was about a 20-minute walk from the Scarborough Bluffs from my old place, but from here, yeah, a little farther.
Yeah, but if I was going to the beach in the summer, I'd walk down.
How's the housing up there? You guys got enough housing for everybody? Or is it bad?
They're important, fucking everybody.
If it was really desperate, my place would have sold.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? It's also the economy, right? Like you said, it's stabilizing, but the kind of people that need housing can't afford fucking.
Yeah, well, that's true enough.
Like that here too, man. It's like
Yeah, my pop. It's way past where they prevented the industrial real estate bubble from popping in 08 and stuff. It just kept it getting bigger. So it's all inflated. We got a good deal on this house about 3 years ago, but
Well, shit, it's so the interest rates are so fucking high. You're not going to get a mortgage. You know, you go broke. I can't get it. That percentage rate, what is that? It was last time I saw it was at what 8?
with the prime,
Wow.
Yeah.
It's fucking outrageous. I bought 3 houses in my life, and the highest I've ever had was 3.5. And I thought I was getting screwed.
yeah.
Yeah.
We just bought a new car. We had to make 7 on it, but the car
Yeah,
we had,
it's like average 7.5 right now.
Really?
Interest rates,
That's my
which
experience.
is insane.
well, you can beat that depending on if you go to your credit union versus a mortgage company versus a old fashioned.
Yeah, but you got to have a credit union.
Oh yeah, well, we got them all placed in Kentucky, so
Yeah, but
I mean, you have to
Not
have, your
everywhere
employer
anymore.
has to be affiliated with it. It's not just
not necessarily.
really.
No.
Yeah,
Not
No.
in Texas, man. You have
Our
your
credit
employer
union-
has to be affiliated with it.
right. Our credit union was an Armco credit union, but as the steel mill started to go belly up, they expanded it to other businesses. And I was doing the mail for a private mailing company at the time. So because I was doing their mail, I got into that credit union, and now they've opened it up. Now Ashland Credit Union is the other one in our area, and it's based on regional, so it's open to residents of the county, but no one else.
Yeah.
That's how they get around it. You just got, they get a lot more flexibility. So I've been really happy with my credit union, and the other credit union is decent. And we have a couple federal credit unions for federal employees. That's in town. I think that's how they started out. I just know they're a federal credit union, but I never really. My rates were better at my bank, so I never went there. Never even thought about them.
Fucking government, man. Always have the best deals, best payrolls.
Yeah, they
Best
do. I
benefit.
think the same. My wife's a GS12 dude, so we're blessed. She got in at the VA right before I got sick and had my heart problems. So otherwise, we've been fucked.
I hear that, brother. I hear it. It was rent today, so it was like, ooh, we're fucking. It's ramen for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Hungar doesn't mind that. He's probably eating
I live off of ramen, and
Really? It's
had
not the
ramen
good
for breakfast.
ramen that you like. It's like the brick shit that you get.
Yeah.
all ramen is good ramen if you fix it.
Right.
Yeah.
Some soy sauce, some sesame oil, some fried ham or spam.
That smacks of effort,
Eggs.
man.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
want to open the package and eat.
You got
You
church.
you can go to the grocery store and buy the spices you like. Right, you just get the dried chicken stock, or the dried beef stock, or the dried vegetable stock in the shaker bottle, and then just buy the. You can get the ramen noodles without the seasoning in bulk, and you just make whatever flavor you want,
Yeah, I just buy a lot of times.
and it will be cheaper.
I just buy the top ramen. You get the box of like a billion of them for like 52 cents or some shit. I don't know. They're
Yeah,
cheap.
man. In
They're
Texas,
They're a buck a piece, right?
yeah, there's no ramen block you can buy that isn't over $1.
Really, top
Yeah.
ramen is a buck a piece where you live.
I think it's
Yeah,
I
it's
think
more. No, it's actually more. It's like $1.20 or $1.10 or some shit.
I go to
College kids, man,
Walmart.
what are they
I
eating?
go to Walmart and buy 12 of them for like $3.
Yeah, let me double check, man, because we get it pretty cheap. And if I got it at Sam's, I would get it like stupid cheap. But
Yeah, and I buy that every once in a while. I buy the fancy ramen, but I don't eat fancy ramen every day.
fancy ramen's in a restaurant.
Now,
Yeah,
fancy
that's
ramen is
the
like
feature,
Shin ramen. Shin ramen is really good stuff. But the regular ass ramen, I buy that. The cheap shit that you eat when you're in college. I add sesame when I cook it. When I'm cooking it, I fry up a couple of slices of spam or ham. I throw in a couple of eggs and poach eggs in the ramen itself. And then I throw in some like sesame oil, some freaking soy sauce.
So the big 12 pack or the 24 count pack that you're talking
Yeah.
about, just the squares, the bricks,
Yeah.
$7.47.
Dude, it's 39 cents each year.
That's still cheaper than $1 a pack.
That's
Well,
cheaper than
true.
$1 a
Yeah, I
pack.
just found it here. Yeah, Maruchan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Merchant.
I guess it is 31. Okay, my bad. I must be thinking of the bigger ones at the bowls or whatever.
Yeah, the fancy ones. They got some other
Yeah.
brands that have like the heat on them and stuff. They're a little bit
Yeah.
more.
Gourmet ramen. They put salt on it.
Yeah, you never get the ramens in the bowls because you're just paying for the packaging.
For the bowl,
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
That was
so
even,
like
even when we had
160.
the styrofoam cup ones, it was like, no, don't buy it.
You want to talk ridiculous packaging? I don't know if you guys have, those meal delivery services down there, but we have a couple up here. One called Factor. A friend of mine gave me a discount on a subscription to Factor. I figured, okay, well, let's try it out. So they deliver this massive box. I ordered 6 meals, right? They deliver this massive box. It's huge. It's loaded to the brim, like stuffed with tons of cardboard, with ice packs, everything. And then you get these thin little TV dinner trays, and it's like the package is unreal. I had a discount, so I got them cheap, at least for the freebies. But full price, you're paying over $20, and it's for this like basically a TV dinner.
Yeah.
You pay for the packaging. It's unreal. I was like, what the hell? And they're trying to advertise it as a great value.
That's insane.
Well, it would be a great value if you sold it at the grocery store in boxes like a TV dinner.
Yeah, pretty much.
For, like,
do you
$5
guys do that like delivery shit? Like the
I did a little bit.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
I do
They deliver it to your
shit
door.
sometimes.
I've never done that, so I don't know anything about it. I'm like, I can get my fat ass and just drive to the grocery store or to the drive-through.
I can go now because Instacart. I can, instead of driving
Sean, not that. He's talking about the
driving the 24
They send you
miles.
groceries?
They
grocery go.
mail to your house every month.
Instead of driving the 24 miles one way to Knoxville and having to go to fucking Knoxville, I can normally go on Instacart and get $20 off of my order just by using Instacart. And shop at places like Sam's Club and Costco where
here's the box.
Yeah.
And here's the TV dinner.
That's silly.
Look at that.
There's this one service down here where they send you a box and it's all in pieces, and you got to prepare it yourself.
Oh no, these are pre-prepared.
But I can order from Sam's Club and Costco and get that discount from Sam's Club and Costco without having a membership by using Instacart.
Yeah.
That's one other thing I don't do. I don't fucking pay for the privilege to shop at someone's store.
There's a severe discount.
It's worth it.
It's when you buy certain things in bulk, it pays for itself.
Yeah. Sam's Club, we love that place. Not just the food we get, but like the snack bar stuff, like the pizza. They've got this thing called a pizza pretzel, which is a big soft pretzel covered in freaking marinara sauce, crap ton of cheese, and then pepperoni. Oh my god!
Yeah, you
My
gotta
daughter
eat that
has
though,
it through
right?
work, so we hop on hers, and But I found it saved us money when it comes to stupid crap like paper towels, toilet paper.
Yep.
And I buy during grilling season, dude. I buy the restaurant stuff in there for the serving trays and shit.
Yeah.
Snap it out in my garage. People lose all your plates in your yard, man. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
And you can buy like just the meat section and everything. And it's just Sam's Club is great. And I like Sam's Club.
Yeah, we picked up 2 giant freaking racks of ribs for our Thanksgiving dinner, and it was like $28, so like $14 for freaking, I mean, seriously, almost 2 foot lengths of baby back ribs. You go in the grocery store, it's like $9 for the little ones like this big, about a foot, because they're
Yeah, that would be like
Shadow.
$26 here.
There's this place in Inez I'm going to get
That little one.
ribs this year.
Wow,
They
dude.
got elk ribs. $75 a plate for a rack.
Oh,
You know how big elk ribs are?
No, I don't even know how big an elk is.
They're like 8 foot, 10 foot of shoulder.
Dang.
I don't know, man.
Hey, it's all
75
local. I
bucks,
got
dude.
these 2 butchers next to my house. I got one over here in Greenup, and then I got another one down in Inez that I go.
I gotta get an elk rib.
And they have all this local source beef and pork and all that. But the one in Inez gets the buffalo and the bison stuff from local farms, and they harvest elk and other stuff. So
I gotta go for a minute, guys. My mother's here. I gotta take some stuff out of her car. I'll be right back.
Party on.
Alrighty, buddy.
yeah, my daughter does subscribes on Amazon for their toilet paper, but we're a little pickier than she is. So.
I try not to buy meat with bones in it because I don't think the value's there. There's fucking bone in it. It's like half the meat is a damn bone.
Yeah, but
The bone has the flavor.
we keep when we're done with our meal, we keep the bone and we make broth out of it.
Yeah, I was telling Justin that earlier today. I made ham last night, and it's got a big ass bone in it. So when I get tired of cutting the meat around the bone, I'm going to take that bone, throw it in a pot, boil it down, and then make potato soup.
Yeah, I was telling him I'm looking for a good slow cooker.
Our cut off for like vegetables and stuff. I put them in a little bit of water in the fridge.
Well, don't you guys have dogs? Oh my God. My dog, my little 35-pounder, he knows when I'm making something with ribs, or bones. He's like, oh, it's going to be a good day, Tater.
Well, you know what I
do with.
You know what I say about that dog? He can go into the slow cook pot with the fucking
with the bone from the hand.
See, you say Justin had any cultural appreciation. Listen to him being a Korean cook. Shit.
Oh wow!
Dude, they had riots over there about them banning dog meat sales. This is last week.
Yeah.
So talking about that kind of stuff, like
puppy.
So in Texas,
puppy.
They changed the law for horses in Texas, right? Where horses are now no longer like livestock; they're like pets, right? So if your horse dies, you can't sell it to like the glue factory or sell it to Europe, for horse meat and shit. It's got to be destroyed and put away like a pet.
That's gay.
It's fucking
the
stupid.
exact opposite a few years ago.
Kitty.
I ate horse.
Yeah.
But I ate some. We had to put a horse down. Dad and them did, and they had it ground up. And they threw it in the freezer. They would use it as dog meat.
Yeah.
I come home drunk one night, and we were making some. We thought they were just cheap steak or whatever, and we was eating it up. And Dad's like, "What the hell are you eating?" I said, "I grabbed that meat off the top of the freezer." He said, "That's a horse." I was like, "Well, it's tough."
So now what you got?
That's
You
what
got
you
your
call
classic
stewing
problem.
meat.
What do you do with an animal that you don't want and you're a piece of shit? You dump it out in the country, right? So now you got a bunch of fucking dying wild horses just roaming the streets down in the middle of nowhere, and people turning corners and smashing into them and shit. Yeah.
Oh, this is
That's fucked
no one
up.
puts horses away around here. You just trade them. And horse people are like bird people. They're nuts. So,
Yep.
Yeah, they are.
Hungar knows my favorite bird
about
though.
horses.
Man, birds, man. Those fuckers will outlive you. I don't know if I want a pet that outlive me.
My bird only lived 20-something years,
Oh,
Yeah.
but I had a white-eyed conure, so I didn't have a big parrot. I had a little parrot.
it's a long
Sound
fucking time
wise.
for a pet.
Birds aren't real.
Continuing, everybody owns
Yeah,
a bird.
birds
You
aren't
can't
real.
go crazy.
You calling the dude wearing the Santa Claus outfit crazy? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Just call that winter. Just winter.
This hat's warm.
Yeah, I got to break my
I was looking
my hats out. I got them somewhere, but
I'm gonna order one that's got my
Listen,
family.
that's
partner
pretty,
here.
Kungar, that's pretty tame for a hat that you could be wearing. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, I got a nice
You
hat
need
here.
the knitted Viking helmet with the beard, so you can wear a knitted beard over your beard. the double bearded.
Now Raven's got a really, really nice freaking Viking helmet. Jackie's got that hat collection from Jesus. I kid you not, he's getting close to 30 different hats.
That's awesome.
Let me put a hat on.
My wife
Fuck you, Justin.
that bearded caps.
Oh, good hat, Justin. Nice to see it. That was your Halloween hat, wasn't it?
No, that's not for Halloween.
That's my everyday hat.
That's for Friday.
Yeah, Doughboy hat. Doughboy helmet.
That's Stilhelm.
Stilheim.
And you can see the little bit of red right there by the edge of the screen.
Fucking Justin.
Well, that's okay because that red indicates any arm of the military, right? If we saw some black and some like white thunderbolts or some shit, then that's a specific helmet.
There was the other side has the crest of the Luftwaffe.
A Luftwaffe? Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Does it?
the Luftwaffe.
Or Africorps or something.
This helmet is anachronistic because they never produced one with both crests. It was either both the banner of the Reich or the Luftwaffe symbol on them, both sides, but not one of each.
I like the 1950s German helmets. The Nazis were going to replace them with those that the East, like the West Berliners were wearing during like the 50s. I thought those were cool looking.
I don't know them offhand.
Maybe the East Berliners.
I'd have to look it up.
Pretty cool looking.
Was it 1950s German helmet?
Yeah, that'd probably be it.
Well, that's 1940s.
Yeah, I think the Stahlhelm. Oh yeah, they look like the Karita. You know that they look like the ones that the Kaus Karita uses a little bit.
Yeah, they're kind of like, I don't know, bulbous a little bit. They kind of come around and they look really kind of oversized a little bit.
Yeah,
The Saleh is a good helmet there, Mr. Max.
Can you pull up a picture? Did you find it? I just played.
yeah.
The Saleh?
I'll link it to you, bro.
Okay.
Justin's the only kid I know on the planet who went looking for a Flash Gordon t-shirt that had two S's on it, two lightning bolts.
Sing Heil,
Defender of the Aryan universe.
Yeah, Ubermonster the universe.
I'm here to conquer the universe. Mongrel.
Flash, sing Heil.
You guys just made Justin fucking
Yeah, Justin's Kiss t-shirts, the Kiss t-shirt without the KI.
Yep.
Yeah, they make
You guys made Justin's fucking day. You're welcome, Justin.
They talk here enough. Hey, Hungar.
Yeah.
That shit's in East Tennessee.
Dr. Enough.
Yeah, and ski. I got to drive like an hour to get this shit. And
I get it right down at my grocery store. They got the regular one and they got the cherry too.
Yeah.
Cherry is always better.
I prefer ski because it's the same company that makes ski and they still make ski with cane sugar.
Yeah, but we can't. I can't find out down here is L81.
Oh, dude, that's made in Winchester. That's
I know.
They might be getting around to making a grape soda, and I'm excited. I hate to say that. I'm excited. I
like grape soda. I love grape soda. I love watermelon. I love fried chicken.
Hey, every culture has fried chicken, and it's delicious. You do a buttermilk prep for your fried chicken?
No, he doesn't. He does a detergent prep.
No, I do a Bojangles prep to my fried chicken.
Jingles.
That would definitely be buttermilk and hot sauce.
Yeah.
About 12 hours. Yeah. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Although me and the wife are arguing about hot sauce here lately. So
Why
Yeah.
argue about hot sauce?
I like
It's good for you.
salsa.
I'm not
big
going harder.
hot
I
sauce
got
guy,
the
but I like
garlic
salsa.
habanero shit. Oh, it's so good. It's a
I
little too
don't
hot.
want.
I'm just saying that when I make my toast in the morning and I butter it, I put a couple of drops of hot sauce on there and
That's not
sometimes some
unusual.
mustard.
My daughter
Okay,
puts
guys.
ketchup on
Yeah,
her
I should have
sandwich.
gone for lunch with all this food talk. What the fuck?
We always end up talking about food because I got an inner fat man on a short chain.
And Hungar and I are just fat men.
Yeah, and I'm just a fat man.
Hey, dude.
Yeah. And
They
so
told me I
Shadow is
should eat
old.
healthy so I could be miserable for the last few years. I'm going to.
So when you guys come up to
It's worked
ClearCon
wonders
next
for me,
year,
though,
you're
man.
coming for the feast, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm coming for the onion eating contest, which I will dominate.
He's not going to be able to eat one onion.
Shadwell, I eat raw onion like it's my job.
I usually put an onion in my chili and stuff, but
Raw onion with your pinto beans.
see, I can't. Here's another thing. I'm the only one in the house that eats soup beans, so ergo we don't have soup beans. So
What the hell's a soup bean?
Pinto beans, navy beans,
So, yeah.
Great Northern beans.
Okay, yeah. I love that shit.
Put the nice salt for your cornbread and stuff, man.
Yeah.
You
You guys are
I-
sweet
I-
cornbread kind of guys, right? Like sweet
no,
cornbread?
fuck that sweet
No?
cornbread.
I am, but I have a sweet tooth, but I like it.
I
red.
am cornbread belongs in the dog food dish kind of guy. That shit is wrong.
Savory cornbread cooked in a cast iron skillet.
Yeah.
Cornmeal is easy to harvest and make on your own with natural resources within 5 minutes of my home. So
Good for
the
you.
wheat is hard to get to. We'll be eating some cornbread.
Good for you. Corn is actually not that hard to grow.
Is
Right.
it jiffy?
Red corn's,
wheat
I
is
taught my
not actually that hard to grow.
and raising some red corn this year so I can trade it off.
You can grow some wheat in your backyard
Yeah. Oh my
against
God.
the fence.
But
Well,
luckily,
I've been feeding the squirrels and the raccoons up at my parents' house. I've been putting out a bunch of corn for the squirrels and raccoons. I tell you what, if I see a deer trying to eat that food, I'm going to shoot the bastards
that's
too.
what I do.
That's
what
for
we
the
did.
squirrels.
No.
That's for the squirrels and the raccoons and the rabbits only.
Yeah, because you need to get near your
You don't have to walk
tracks.
so far during deer season. But the
I'm
red
not feeding deer. I'm feeding raccoons.
Red corn's better for shine, so it's easy to trade that by the bushel for odd stuff to those kind of guys. So they love that red corn.
Because it's good for moonshine.
Hell, it is. It's high in sugar content. It makes it
Yeah.
fat.
Still doing bootleg moonshine out there?
Yeah.
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 As long as there's hillbillies in the hills, there's going to be moonshine.
Yeah.
When times are tough, shine is money.
It just seems like it's cheaper to just go down to the convenience store and buy a fucking, whatever.
Oh, that
whatever
master
you want.
trash. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead and buy the trash and get the good white liquor.
Hey, gets you the same effect. You just might have to drink more of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
well, that's why it doesn't cost less.
it's like a point of personal pride with a lot of these hillbillies. They make their own.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I get that.
What I gotta do is set up
It's
set up a beehive.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
need to start getting some honey.
Yeah,
I don't think they allow apiaries in the middle of the city there, Justin.
Yeah, well, they can go fuck themselves.
Well, it's getting to the point where the bee population decline or whatever. You're going to see government start pushing people to just fucking do bees.
Not in the city, I don't think. It's too dangerous.
We're limited in my city. I'm in a city about 25,000 to 3 hives. You're allowed to have them in town, just no more than 3 per hive.
Do they say how big the hives are allowed to be?
They're not too big on details around here, man. It's too
Oh, I know. Kentucky. You can build without a permit as long as it's not electrical.
If you're not within the city limits, it goes on the county level, and most county levels, 68% of Kentucky counties have no restrictions once you're outside municipality. So
Unless
if you're
it's
in the
electric.
county, no, that's
You
why the
you have to have a light in Pulaski County.
That's Pulaski.
If you have to have a permitted electrician, and your septic has to be by somebody who's licensed.
Damn that electrician friggin' party.
Well, no, because too many people's houses had shoddy electric and were burning down.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to have somebody who's a licensed electrician to do your electrical work.
Next thing you know, you got an electric floor, and you know what that means. Oh.
Nah, but we checked up on it, and that's why there's so many homesteaders that came into Kentucky over the last couple of decades. It's because most of the counties have nothing. And growing up, I mean, there was a lot of people who didn't have. I mean, I had several people in my class who didn't have electricity in their house. They were candle.
We didn't have running water in the house.
Kerosene. Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, we had an outhouse. We'd go down to the spring to haul water.
Yeah, you know how you get your house up into the 21st century? You make sure that outhouse door is facing the house, then you just build a hallway out to it. It's fun. Then you got water in the house.
No, there's no water in the house.
That's how indoor plumbing works. You just build a hallway over to the fucking
But we
outhouse.
didn't have water in the outhouse. We had a cesspit with lye in the sun.
Yeah, you got to do something about that, bro.
I'm sawdust.
Yep.
You got to work with the joke, okay? It's stupid. You got to laugh at it.
So we're getting a kind of a taste of what Justin's role playing DMing is like.
I don't DM, man. Do you think I DM?
Time out for a second, everybody. I want to agree with Max right here. Motherfuckers will say having a home is a human right, but then they put all kinds of hurdles in the way of a man who wants to build a house for himself. It's a bunch of bullshit, Max. If somebody wants to go out and build a cabin to live in out in the middle of the woods, if he owns the property, he should be able to build whatever the fuck he wants on it.
I agree,
man. Everything's owned by somebody or the government. Yeah, you goddamn right that the government will come out and they'll. You can be in the middle of Alaska. Park ranger is going to find you eventually, and you're going to have to destroy it. You can't leave it. You have to destroy it.
If it's your property, you should be able to build whatever the fuck you want.
That's something different if it's your property, but not. But who fucking Ford property?
Mr. Max can.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot more expensive. I remember when acreage was so stupid shit when I was growing up. I wish
you could buy acre of land in Kentucky for $5,000 5 years ago.
Oh, cheaper than that.
25 years ago, my father bought a 100-acre plot of land for $300,000. All right, it's like with a house, not just the land. It had a nice house and everything. It was all set.
Yeah.
Next to a horse farm out in the country, gorgeous. $300K, and it's like now, my little box in the sky is worth far more than that.
Yeah, that's all just.
Do you mind me asking what province?
Tax purposes.
Me? Oh, it was here in Ontario, just south of Peterborough.
Just south of Peterborough? That's
yeah.
Not bad.
Do you still have it? I mean, do you have access to it?
No, it was when he died intestate. There was a whole legal battle for the estate, and it was part of the estate. So
we always gotta have
my sister and I tapped out with a settlement and let the bitch run the estate. It was getting a little too nightmarish.
That's what happened with when my parents passed. My brother and one of my sisters contested my mother's fucking will, right?
Oh, that's not right.
Dude, it's not. And they just let that twist and twist and twist. And I was going to, I mean, again, it's my parents' money. It ain't fucking mine. So if I got anything, that's cool. If not, I don't care. But I wanted mom's wishes to be granted. Right. And we fought that. And my brother was the executor of their estate. And if we would have just done it like through the will, I would have inherited like $250,000. Right. And when it all said and done, 5 years later, I got
The lawyers inherited it.
Yeah, I got like 15 or 1,200 bucks.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
it's absurd. The system is absurd. My father died intestate, so so that really made it a problem. But the issue was his girlfriend at the time then gummed up the works by claiming to be his wife, even though it was not true. Right. But
How long were they living together?
the courts have to accept all points of view as true until you prove otherwise in court. Right. So, yep. That's the way. I mean, they have to accept all points of view as true to be impartial until you come to the court and can prove one or the other. Right.
Yeah.
I could have said that your father was my husband, and until you proved it wrong, they would have to agree to it.
Yeah. It's
Crazy.
Well, I mean, if you have no connection, if you're just some stranger and you file a frivolous case, you will get dinged, you'll get slapped down, and no lawyer would take it. But in this case, the woman in question was my father's girlfriend. Nobody contested that. And whether or not they had talked to marriage, she of course claimed they did. I don't believe. I believe he was going to be done with her, but that's neither here nor there. Neither can be proven. She can't prove that he proposed. We can't prove that he wanted to break up with her. But the fact was, she was not married to him. She wasn't even common law. They lived apart. She lived there occasionally, but they were not common law. But in any case, she gummed up the works because she filed a suit because my sister and I couldn't take over. Well, there were other issues because he died intestate, but there was the possibility of a will. We couldn't apply for probate because he died in a house fire and his safe was in the possession of the insurance company. But because she filed she contested it, we couldn't have anybody. We didn't have legal authority to have anybody open the safe to see if there was a will. Right, so it was this ridiculous back and forth, spinning nothing.
You think the court would have made some sort of judgment to say?
Well, they did. Once we got into a courtroom. Once we got into a courtroom, the judge yelled at everybody and said, "What the fuck are you people doing? Open the safe and find out if there's a will." But nobody had authority to do so until a judge ordered it. And meanwhile, there's things going back and forth. The wheels are spinning and the lawyers are taking their fees, even though no forward motion is happening. Right. So they opened the safe. Sure enough, no will. So then it just became a legal battle back and forth. She was convinced that he was rich beyond means, and she believed she deserved all of it because she was his wife, which she was not. And we were like, well, no, we want to settle we wanted to settle, like, we weren't going to cut her out. We wanted to settle his affairs. We wanted to settle his debts and then split what was rest amongst us, including her. But that wasn't good enough for her. As far as she was concerned, she was entitled to all of it because she was a gold digging whore. Excuse my language.
No, that's
that's justifiable.
It was like, I never had a chance to like grieve my mother's passing because I had to deal with all this fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
It turned into, and the family fell apart. Those family members who weren't involved, were by the asshole family, were like told to pick sides, and they didn't want anything to do with it, so they just ostracized it was a fucking nightmare, dude.
Yeah, it was. It really is.
I'm hoping, and I know this is fucked up. I hope I don't outlive my parents. I hope I die before my parents. That's. And the way things are going, that's probably going to happen, although my mom is 22 years older than me. So my mom is in her 70s, and so is my dad. But if they outlive me, or if I outlive my parents, it's already settled that my brother's taking care of everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect to get anything. I don't want anything. If I do get anything, then yay for me. But my brother's in charge of all that shit because I'm not going to be mentally stable enough to deal with it.
Well, I mean, it'll be up to your parents. I mean, your parents will tell your brother as the executor.
We've talked about it. Our parents and me and my brother have talked about it, and my brother's in charge of all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I know that if, they want to leave me something, my brother's not going to try to cut me out.
Mm-hmm.
And I know if there's something that my parents have that I want, my brother's going to be like, here you go. You can have it. That's just the way it is in our family.
I know is
I don't want to be in charge of none of that shit.
All I know, with my luck, you're going to die at 12:01 on a Wednesday morning.
So you lose the poll. As long as I don't die on a Tuesday, I'm happy. Because Justin says I'm going
Just
to die on a
despite
Tuesday.
that bastard.
You're going to be with us for many Claricons to come. Don't you worry.
Don't you try to curse me. I've never done anything mean to you.
Curse you?
I've always been nice to you.
That's not a
man.
curse. That is not a curse. You're coming and enjoying our company. You're being part of the community. That's not a curse. We're going to see you here. We're going to have the Claricon feasts. You're going to be in the Dungeon Minister's game. Don't you want that?
Yes, I want to go to. I want to go to a Claricon.
Hungar, you are eternal. You will last forever. It might be a different form, but trust me, you'll last. You'll last forever.
Now, you to something you said earlier, Mage, with the common law. That's bullshit with the living together. This is Canada, and our government has lobbied or legislated that if you've dated somebody for more than 6 months and you've spent at least one night in the same room together, that person is officially like your spouse.
No, that's not true.
No, because a guy a few years ago was ordered to pay alimony to a girl he was on and off with regularly.
Right, but that's not common law. No, you understand that. You're right to an extent that somebody like that, if that guy was providing for her or had her lifestyle, like if he was dating her, they were going out, they were doing stuff, like he was taking her traveling, and they were legitimately in a relationship, common law or not, she can sue and say, well, he had increased my lifestyle and I deserve to have that lifestyle kept, which I think is garbage. I think it's bullshit, but there is precedent for that. In terms of common law,
if I'm rich,
they used the common law regulations to justify issuing her.
If I was rich and I was dating a bitch for 6 months and I took her on a couple of trips with me and let her drive one of my cars or something like that, or took her out to some restaurants, and she's like, well, I'm used to that lifestyle, I'd be like, well, make some money then, bitch.
Make some money. Yeah, I agree. Now, in the case of common law, in like my case, the one thing we learned, common law is not entitled to property. Like, okay, so let's say my father's girlfriend was legitimately common law. Let's concede that. She would still not be entitled to property. She would be entitled to pursue that idea that, hell, with my father, she was living a lifestyle and she deserves to maintain that lifestyle. The courts would recognize that, but they would not recognize any property rights, right? Especially in the case of somebody who died intestate, because when you die intestate, succession it starts with spouse, legitimate spouse, which my mother and father, my real mother, she and he had only, like, they had kept the marriage going even though they'd been apart since I was 10, but legally they were still married until only like 3 years prior to his death. It's like, fuck, if only they had kept them married, then she would have gotten everything anyway, because it wouldn't have mattered, but go figure. But so obviously spouse, wife, spouses first, then kids, then I think it's parents, then grandkids, then siblings. I think that's the order of hierarchy of who gets the estate, right?
That really burns my ass.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying
the alimony thing where, okay, I was married to this guy and he was successful and I'm accustomed to a certain kind of lifestyle, but I decided to be a cheating whore or whatever, but he still has to provide me with a lifestyle I'm accustomed to. Bitch. Yeah. And it goes for dudes too. If you're, if you're married to a rich woman, you shouldn't be getting alimony. I don't believe in alimony. I think alimony is bullshit. If you decide to dissolve the marriage, split your shit and get. Bitch shouldn't get half of the stuff that you guys built together, plus money from you on top of that. That's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
On the surface, I'd agree. I mean, but that's the thing where you really do have to look at the details of every individual case.
If you guys are divorcing and you split everything that you guys have built together down the middle, and she's getting half and you're getting half, and then you have to continue to give her payments, then why do you have to give her half of your shit plus give her payments?
I tend to agree, but
Especially
you have to
since
leave
more
room
than
for that case that
80%.
comes along with details that turn it on its head. You know what I mean?
Especially since more than
majority
80% of divorces are initiated by the
Things-
female.
Yeah,
and
things are
they're-
never
they're
black
no
and white. That's all there is to it. But I agree with you. I mean, you know, when you hear about injustices
We
like
just
that,
do
and
away
definitely when
no
kids are
fault.
involved,
Yeah.
men,
Well, no one's saying child support.
right?
Child support's a different thing than alimony.
That's totally different. Yeah, and
Yeah,
obviously
support
when
your kids. Support your kids, but you shouldn't have be. You should support your kids, but you shouldn't be forced to support your ex because she's accustomed to a certain lifestyle. Fuck
Yeah.
that bitch.
Oh,
But if the ex has the kids, you do want to support her in a way that'll allow her
Yeah.
to take care of the kids well.
Yeah, you want the kids to be taken care of, but you know
can't
she
afford to
shouldn't
take
be
care of the
buying
kids.
lipo with your money. You should have got that insured Geico with your money, like Kanye says. I'm against gold diggers.
You know,
Yeah.
Look,
There's
And-
too many bitches
Don't
out
get
there.
me started on gold diggers. I have PTSD over a particular gold digger. And
Exactly. There's too many women out there who are gold diggers who will get with somebody just so they can divorce them in 5 years after they have a kid so they can live off that person for the rest of their life.
and not even always with the kid. It's just, oh, we've been together long enough.
Yeah.
You're a paycheck now.
Yeah.
sadly, that's true. There are people out there who do that. But
And the system is
hey, what's up, Al?
designed to incentivize that behavior.
It does. No fault divorce is a scourge.
Mhm.
That is,
Your country can thank Mr. Reagan for that, and my country can thank yours for it.
Okay. You're welcome.
Not my fault.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like I had in control of that when I was a child.
Yeah, but whenever you hear somebody talk about the glories of Reagan,
Yeah.
you know, smack them up the face.
Hey, dude, Reagan was an interruption. He had some good and bad, but at the core of it, he was simply a Democrat with an R next to his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't change. His party got crazier. So he just stayed where he was.
I call those guys. I call
After
those
they
guys.
tried to kill him, it all
I call those guys Republicrats.
yeah.
All of them.
It's
Every
a
single
big
one.
incestuous beast. It's a big club, and you ain't in it.
got
Yeah.
that right.
Yeah, I voted for Perot twice. I really liked that little
I did
crazy.
too. Perot was my first election.
Actually, mine would have been
I'm really glad that Shadow started to
voted-
do that in focus of the camera.
I don't believe anyone who's ever been in control of the CIA should stay.
I need to get one of those vortex mixers for Christmas.
Yeah.
So if you guys are looking to get the old man, you know, a Christmas gift,
I'm not even getting a Christmas gift this year. Popsy got everybody else Christmas gifts. I'm getting dick.
I'm handing out single
I
packets
don't
of
think that's what
ramen.
he meant, Brian. I don't think that's
Oh,
what he
I
meant.
don't know.
I don't know.
I'm handing out single packets of cheap ramen. I'm going to wrap each one of them up. I'm giving my kids like 3 kinds of tea.
No. We're all gonna get DM Beelzebub a gift for Christmas.
No, absolutely
I
not.
can send you all a link. I'll send you all a link from Alibaba later.
Yeah.
AliExpress. I'll look up something long and pink for them. We can all send them one.
Well, you know, if you got a 3D printer, you can get all that shit for free. Just download
Yeah,
it.
I'm probably getting the 3D printer for my birthday next year. So
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm taking Justin's recommendation for which one I'm getting too. So
All right on.
Yeah, Elegoo is reliable.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Everybody that has them says they work fine. So
My brother loves that Saturn that he's got.
yeah, this is made
the
by
same
Elegoo.
That's all good.
the hell's happening with my camera?
it's
You got a little waiver in the.
There you go, Mr. Max. I agree with you. I tell anybody out there, if you want to get married, find a Filipino woman. It will be till death do you part. She might kill your ass if you try to leave her. She's like, Oh, you're mad at me? You don't want to be married anymore today? Well, go to sleep. When you wake up tomorrow, we'll start all over again.
Oh,
Stop, cat. Shit.
Yeah, I'm
Filipino women love knives.
I'm a 50-year-old D&D nerd. I'm not likely getting married at this point.
Find you a Filipino woman. She'd be all about you, man.
Elder pride still exists, man. Just gotta be careful with the Filipinos and the Russians. Just saying.
No, Filipinos don't want no green card. Most of them want you to move over there.
Yeah, I don't know. My buddy used to take 2-week trips over to the Philippines every year. So
Yeah, I wonder why.
Looking at Max's comment, he'd like to have children that look like him. It'd be like I just envisioned Max with a little mini me Max sitting next to him.
Yeah,
like that meme with the baby
little,
and
little 5-year-old bodies,
ginger mohawk and the beard. Yeah,
Max, you need to head out to like Norway or fucking Finland or some shit and get a girl that looks like you. Like a damn.
You gotta get cryogenically frozen and waiting for Beelzebub's grandkids to grow up. they all look like they're freaking from Norway.
For the longest time, I thought he was like a Swede or something, like a Norwegian.
You guys are idiots, and it was fun. But I'm going to end the show and take a nap.
Good, because the fire alarm just started going off. They're doing an annual test.
And all this food talk.
That's what they told you.
No. I muted earlier when the guy came over the speaker saying we're doing our test in a little bit.
Yeah, Bleeker says hell, even Max's daughters are going to have a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Max, I found a miniature of you perusing through some of the sites. I put it on Shadow's Discord. You might get a kick out of it.
Okay, I'll have to look that up myself.
I don't know if you'll get a kick out of it, but he'll get something out of it.
Oh, that's disgusting. It's bald though.
You just fucking like him, dude.
I'm glad there's a censor bar there.
And that's all you need, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. All right, guys. You guys keep it weird. Hungar, you hang in there, brother.
Hold on. Yeah, there's Mr. Max.
There he is. In all of his glory, all of his French Canadian glory. And Justin, it's a STL, so you can make it life size if you want.
Oh, that's so wrong.
Yeah. If you ever come down here, I'm kicking you in the nards.
In the nards, man.
You guys have a great weekend. I'll see you on somebody's stream, I'm sure, this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Weird.
Oh, check this out. I'm thinking about doing an evening stream one day during the week.
That's
Because
really shaking it up for you.
I know a lot of fuckers are working at night. Who laughed?
Not me. Mel told me she doesn't want me to work. I'm like, what? Yeah, don't work. Stay home.
Didn't we have 6 people on Beelzebub? But I'm thinking about doing a stream during the evening one day a week. I just need to find a day that somebody else is streaming on.
Who streams Tuesday evenings?
Biggest Geekus.
And Bear and I are running that Star Trek game of his. Well, I shouldn't say I, but I'm in his game. That's alternating Tuesdays.
What about Mondays?
I think James,
my brother,
and Basic Expert.
Yep.
We need to get a freaking TV guy up and around here.
Yeah, no shit.
We don't have enough days in the week anymore.
The community is growing.
Wednesday. Thursday.
Double D.
I'm doing the thing with Jade on Wednesdays, but
who's Jade?
Yeah.
Jade's Tabletop Tavern. It's Gatekeepers.
Yeah. Oh, Justin needs one of those minis of Max Bovine with cat ears on it.
No, Well, Brian will find that and
I will
send it
find
to me,
I'll
and I will
find it.
tell him, stop sending me this perverted shit, you asshole.
Oh yeah, I've sent him all sorts of fun cat things. I did find a Fritz helmet with cat ears on it. A German helmet. How about make you kick out of that?
Oh, you broken
I might
man.
stream after my brother on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but James doesn't have a set. Like he sometimes goes a couple hours, sometimes he's just an hour.
I think he's been trying to keep it to 2 hours.
Yeah, I might stream on Monday sometime.
I'm trying to cut around this damn freaking guy with his stupid alarm box.
There we go.
There you go. Did you guys know there was a D&D channel?
Yep.
Like a
Yeah.
television channel or some shit? Some guy did a video
Worst
on
rollout
it.
in history. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I didn't even